Dear brothers and sisters, today I will tell you about the first discovery of gold in the United States of America. This consists of two true stories. It was a hot summer day in North Carolina. 12-year-old Conrad Reed was fishing in Little Meadow Creek near his home. Something strange glimmering at the bottom of the water caught his eye. He reached down and pulled out a heavy, yellow rock. It was so heavy that young Conrad could barely carry it. Excited, he ran home and showed the rock to his father. John Reed looked at it, shook his head, but couldn't figure out what it was. Interesting thing, he said, but doesn't seem very useful. Years passed. The Reed family used this yellow, heavy rock as a doorstop at the front of their house. Every day they stepped over it, leaned the door against it to keep it open. They had no idea, sitting at their doorstep was 17 pounds of pure gold. In 1802, 3 full years later, a jeweler stopped by the house. The doorstop caught his attention. His heart began to race. "Would you sell me this rock?" he asked Reed. John Reed shrugged. "Take it, I'll give it to you for a week's beer money. How about $3.50?" The jeweler immediately accepted and left. But slowly, John Reed learned that this rock was worth far more. That rock was actually worth $3,600, hundreds of thousands of dollars in today's money. This discovery sparked a gold rush in the area. The first gold mine opened on Reed's farm, and North Carolina became America's gold capital before California ever was. Sutter's Curse. A glimmer changed everything. 1848. On the morning of January 24, 1848, James Marshall didn't yet know he was in trouble. He was working at the lumber mill John Sutter had built in Coloma, California. It was early morning, and he stepped outside to check the water. When the light hit at just the right angle, something sparkled at the bottom of the water channel. Marshall dropped to his knees and picked up the yellow flakes glinting in the water. His heart began to pound. Could this be gold? He whispered. He immediately ran to his boss, John Sutter. Sutter became alarmed when he saw Marshall's excitement. He locked the door, drew the curtains, and together they began testing. They hammered the stone. It didn't break, just changed shape. They poured acid on it. It wasn't affected. Sutter's face went ashen. This was really gold. And that meant disaster. "Don't tell anyone," Sutter said, gripping Marshall's arms. "Please, don't tell anyone. We need to finish this mill. I need to build my ranch." But keeping the secret was impossible. One worker found out, then another. Someone took a bottle of gold dust to San Francisco. A merchant named Samuel Brannan ran through the city streets shouting, "Gold! Gold on the American River!" And the world changed. By 1849, people were coming from all corners of the globe. Ships, wagons, horse carts. Everyone was rushing to California. 300,000 people, all with dreams of getting rich. They spent months on ships sailing around Cape Horn. They crossed Panama's wild jungles. They traversed the Rocky Mountains. Many died, but none stopped. San Francisco turned into a tent city overnight. Ships were abandoned in the harbor because even the crews went to search for gold. Prices skyrocketed. One egg cost $1, one loaf of bread $2. But the real tragedy befell John Sutter. Thousands of people swarmed his land. They stole his animals, looted his house, destroyed his crops. The mill was never completed. His dream ranch empire vanished in the blink of an eye. Marshall never got rich either. He lived in poverty his whole life. The man who found those glimmering flakes gained nothing from the gold craze. But California won. A village became a state. The West was conquered. America fulfilled its destiny.